fantastic. Oh, but you got to work a little harder. Not going to pay. They're not going to give you overtime. Yeah, now we get overtime. No, you're not going to get overtime. They're going to cut your overtime. They're trying to cut costs. When the financial burden on a business goes up, that's where cuts come in. Just like in your home budget. When unforeseen circumstances happen and you end up paying out more money than you're making, you start making cuts. Why is it okay for you to do it? Why is that perfectly fine and makes perfect sense in everyone's head? That the DirecTV goes out the door and maybe you don't go to the bar for a night or two, and that makes perfect sense. But when a business says, we got to fire people because I can't afford this, people lose their fucking minds. We haven't even touched on going out and finding more money. Let's go down that road for a second. Just like I went out and found more money in my stupid taxi cab gig every weekend to try and make ends meet, businesses will go out and find more money. Well, how do businesses go out and find more money? Find more work? Is that what it is? We got to sell more burgers to make up for the minimum wage increase. So let's just sell more. It doesn't work that way, does it? Your local Burger King on the corner doesn't just have a magic way to go out and sell more shit, more greasy shit food. So how does a business find more money? Oh, it's so simple. Raise prices on what you're already selling. Cut staff, raise prices, cover the loss in extra wages. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying there shouldn't be some kind of a minimum wage. But a minimum wage is a floor to keep you out of the basement. It's a guideline. It's something that's there to make sure that people at least are not taken advantage of like slaves, like serfs. That's what the minimum wage was established for by our government. It was never meant to be a living wage or to make you prosperous. It's now come to the point where we need a minimum wage that makes people prosperous. No, we don't. No, we need an economy that provides jobs and businesses can make money that makes people prosperous. That's what we need. We don't need a government trying to make us prosperous. Especially a government filled with people who've had little, if any, experience in the private sector. These career politicians, I just heard a stat today. People in the Obama administration have not held a private sector job. Most of them have been in government their entire lives. These are the people that are deciding things for us. Bernie Sanders built a business? Bernie Sanders met a payroll ever? How about Hillary Clinton? I've been down this road before. The answer is no. Why do people get it in their heads that businesses are money pits? That businesses and corporations, for that matter, when you get into the big corporations, and trust me, I have no love lost for the big corporations and the corporate welfare. I'm right there with you, Bernie. You get in those upper echelons, it's a shit show. Okay, so let's make this distinction right here and right now. God, now my boss is calling me. I'll just answer it. Hello? Good. Let me look here. Yeah, all right, I got 2 missed calls. Who the heck called me? Huh. Now, it was you or one of them. Okay. Sounds good. You bet. Yep. Bye. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I can't wait to listen back to this and see how that phone call went. Thanks a lot, boss man. You just interrupted my friggin' show. Douche. Jesus. Should have never given my personal number. All right, well, you get my point. Most businesses are not money pits. Do they have some discretionary cash income profit that they could probably dip into to pay these people? $15 an hour? Yeah. So is that what you're asking? Your government to put laws in place that forces people to give up some of the profit that they make? That's fair to you? That sounds like a good idea to you? I bet it only sounds like a good idea to you because you're not one of them. I bet it sounds like a great idea to you if you're not the one who has to fork over your cash that you're used to having, that you've built all of your budget on for your business. Rod, you can't tell me that these corporations make billions of dollars in profits every year that they can't afford to pay people. Yeah, of course. Of course. How about you get a different job? Oh, that's right. There are no other jobs. There's the problem. If you want to know where the real problem is, there's no more ladder to climb. It's stagnant in the middle class. There's not a lot of room for upward mobility. Trust me, I can tell you that from experience. You think I'm talking out of my ass? I'll go personal for a minute. The job I'm in right now used to pay me pretty well. Things have slowed down quite a bit. Doesn't pay me that good anymore. Not near what it used to. I barely make it. Obviously why I drive a taxi cab on the weekends. I got divorced. I have child support and alimony. That comes out of my check. I know, my choice, but it wasn't part of my plan. So I deal with less money. I have job offers from people, but every job that I've looked at so far, some I've applied for I haven't even got. Didn't even get an interview. Most of the other ones that I've been offered by people, it's questionable how much money I can make. Not sure if I can make as much as I make here. So now I've whittled it down to my time, which is very valuable to me. My time is more valuable than my money even. Yeah, I need money to pay for shit, but my time is a very high commodity for me. So that's what I've taken it down to. I can't do much about my financial situation any more than I am. Yeah, maybe I'll make a little less money, but I'll have more time. More time to do things with people that I love. It's worth something to me. It's worth a lot to me, actually. But what do I want? In a perfect world, in my world, I want upward mobility. I want a job that'll afford me a little bit more time and pay me a little bit more money. Isn't that the goal we all have? It's not there. And where do I live? I live in North Dakota. We've got a great economy here. It's not as great as it was. Oil boom's kind of slowed down quite a bit. That's affected us all. But North Dakota's got a pretty solid economy compared to some of the other states in this country. I know, I listen to it every day. Wherever you're at right now listening to this, God only knows what your economy in your state looks like. You probably have less opportunity than I do. I get it. We all need money. And if you're trying to climb up from the bottom, it's tough when you're making $7.25 an hour, or even $10 an hour. course $15 an hour sounds good. But is it? Is that the right thing to do? Or does it just sound good? All right, rodgraphic@gmail.com. I apologize for my boss interrupting the podcast. Thanks again for listening all week, and I hope you continue to spread me around. By all means, continue to hit the play button 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. All right, that's it for the week, and maybe I'll see you tonight in the cab. It's always interesting, trust me. It's a lot more fun than doing this. It's a lot more active. Let's just put it that way. I'll see what I can do. Thanks for listening.